Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Brian, and it is time for a bench update. That's my superhero announcer voice. But first of all, we want to say thank you to a couple of fellows out there in the community. First off, we're going to say thanks to Jason over at Blue Ox Model Shop. That is a kick-ass card there, buddy. I truly like how you did a sort of a mashup between the pickup truck and I believe it's the drill sergeant panel van gasser kit. I'm just guessing now, but I'm seeing some parts here and there that kind of lead me to believe that that's what's going on. But very creative, very cool. I like that a lot. And the patina on that, thumbs up, buddy. This one here, this 55 Chevy, this makes me think of that TV show or movie. I saw it on TV, but it was a movie. WW the Dixie Dance Kings. Does anybody remember that one? Huh? It was Burt Reynolds and Jerry Reed, I believe. They were running around the southern states, and they were robbing Esso gas stations, if I remember correctly, trying to garner money for their band, I think. And then I'm a fan of the Autocar truck. I know I did the dump truck last year, and this one looks really cool. I like that AMT transport decal on there. That's pretty cool. But thank you very much, Jason. I appreciate that very much. Oh, and Jason is on Instagram. If anybody wants to check that out, that's his handle there. So you can follow him there. But Jason, thank you for the card, and we are very happy to support your channel, sir. We also want to say thank you to Dan over at 60s Rule, and that's just the coolest way to do it. I like that. But Dan also has a beautiful build on his shop card. The patina on this and everything just looks sweet. So, chef's kiss there, buddy. But Dan, if you want a card from Dan, here's his email address down here on the front. And again, Dan, we are very happy to support your channel as well, sir. Thank you very much for the card, the kind words in the back, and the tires. So let's get on to business. First of all, we went to the Ace hardware store that was in Tucson. That was the hobby place at Ace, and we did pick up a couple of little goodies. Now we did get some model kits, but we're going to do that's a whole other episode. So we're going to just do this stuff here real quick. We got some Tamiya white putty. This came highly recommended by our good friend John Weber, because he said that if you're doing stuff and you need to use like a white primer or something like that, and it's going over a white bodied car, that this stuff is great to use because it doesn't bleed through like the gray stuff does. That's an excellent tip from John. So we're going to try that out. And then with that Porsche 917, the Gulf Oil that we just did for the small scale group build, we got into the Mr. Hobby, Mr. Color line of paints to get the right shades we wanted. And I like those so much, I did pick up a couple more. So this one's number 108, and it's known as Character Red. And unfortunately, the camera is not giving us the best view of what this color is supposed to look like, but I thought that looked like a pretty close approximation to Chevy engine block orange. So I got that for that. I'm going to try that out, see how that works. It's not hard to custom mix the color for that, especially with the talents of Mrs. BG, but I would like to have something that we could just take out of a jar and go. But I also got this. I fell in love with this color, orange yellow. Number 58. That is a beautiful color, and I'm thinking we might end up painting Thunderbird 4. That's the entry for the Bandai group build. We might be painting that in that color there. And then this one's really cool. This one's actually coming out a little bit bluer on camera than it is in person. But this is known as metallic green, and yeah, that's awesome looking color. Got some plans for that one too down the road. But oh yeah, and I was kind of goofing around a little bit. I was on the phone with Luca for a while yesterday, and I was keeping my hands busy. So I decided to go ahead and work on a mini-me. So here we go. Here's a mini-me. I have to fix his BG badge. But I did just do a quick coat of paint on the shorts, because I'm known for wearing shorts, and the shoes and stuff, and the shirt. But I had used Milliput. I didn't blend it in very well at all. I just painted it. But I used Milliput to create the little pompadour thing that sort of, I don't normally sport one, but my little cartoon character does. So I went ahead and did that on there, and I made him a little beard too. So it's kind of cute looking. I might have to take him to shows with me and have him pose next to stuff. Hey, check out me. I'm next to some Uji powder. Haha, type of thing. So there's that. If anything, maybe I'll just give that to Mrs. BG. She can take it to work and use it as a pin cushion or something. But bench stuff. Well, let's take a look here. We have the Johan kit here. This is the 1970 Oldsmobile Tornado. This is a sweet kit. Like I said before, I've never done a Johan kit before. I didn't know what I was in for. Just taking stuff out of the box and look at it, you go, oh yeah, that's nicely molded. Yeah, that looks nice. And then you start doing some mock-ups on things. And wow. Wowie, wow, wow, wow. That is cool. I know some of these parts don't look like they're fitting very well. I do use Zap Canopy Glue Formula 560 for the mock-up stuff on these types of builds. So stuff does take a little bit longer to dry. It's faster than regular Elmer's PVA glue, but it's not as fast as, say, model cement or super glue. But that's okay, because when we get this all figured out and see how it all fits together, we can just soak this in a pan of water and it will come right apart. So that's not going to happen with the super glue. So you can paint things a little bit better, that kind of a thing. We stripped the chrome off of this adapter plate here that's part of the transaxle unit. We wanted to see how this was supposed to go together. And we did find that there's a little bit of a problem with the oil filter. I don't know if that's user error or just being, I don't know, but there is supposed to be a starter down there. Hopefully it's in the box. But yeah, we've been toying with the idea of actually doing some wiring on the engine. But I'm also a big fan of the idea of just building it as the manufacturers had intended it and just not do any extra detail on this at all, because it is pretty nice as it is. The chassis, we've done nothing to do in the rear. That's already there. But the front, we've got some stuff glued in place here, just mock up. The torsion bar set up, the lower suspension pieces, the upper A-arms, got it all put together. The only thing we don't have in place is the, what do you want to call it, tie rod. But our buddy Louie over at Autistic Modeler, he happened to mention that the front end of this is a very interesting, and I use air quotes, a very interesting setup there. So he said to mock it up and pay close attention to how everything goes together. So we wanted to do that and see what kind of a pain in the neck we were in for. Turns out it doesn't seem to be that complicated. It's just once we figure out where all the parts go and how they go, it's a pretty straightforward situation. So we are rocking and rolling on that. We're going to get back on that. It took a back seat while we got going on that Sherman tank because we did have a deadline for that. And thank you again for all the wonderful comments of support on that Sherman tank. I know that we're not an armor channel, but thanks again for that. Speaking of armor, here's the Stuart Little tank that our buddy Vince is calling. But we're doing this for the, what is that, the 80 years anniversary of Pearl Harbor. We're almost done with this guy. We got all the tracks and road wheels and sprockets and cogs and stuff all glued in place. We did make a major mistake on this, and I bet you can't tell what it is. Nope. It's we forgot to do a gloss coat on this for the decals. We just put decals right over the flat paint. They actually went out okay. I was very surprised by that. So I thought, okay, cool, we'll seal it down with a gloss with another clear coat. So I did a flat clear coat. I should have done the gloss clear coat. I forgot to do the gloss clear coat. That's the key when it comes to doing all this panel lining and stuff like that, because it allows the whatever this panel liner stuff's supposed to be out of to bead back up again. You can get it out of the areas you don't want it, get it off the surfaces you don't want it, that kind of a thing. When you do it over the flat paint, it's there, it's down, it ain't coming out. It's a done deal, buddy. So there you have it. It does have a certain dimension to it that I do like, but we will be toning it down with some, let's see, XF50 buff, XF57, excuse me, buff, and we'll be doing a nice like dust coat over the whole thing, give it some a little bit more authenticity. So there's that. We also will probably hit it with more of these weathering powders here pretty soon, but he's almost done, and we'll do a final on that when we get to that. But we also want to announce that we are joining into another group build for the month of Smarch, and that's going to be the Space 1999 Eagle number 1 transporter, flown by our good friend Alan. I don't know him, I just like him. He's a great character, Alan Carter. Actually comes with a picture of him in there. It's not signed, but hey, you know, whatever. But this one has the really cool looking gondola. This is the VIP gondola, and something about this right here with that red dot in the back really, I mean, just out of the corner of my eye, looks like the Joker face. Huh? It looks kind of like a Joker face type of thing. Or a skull out of perhaps some sort of Tim Burton thing. But I digress. Anyway, we're going to be entering this one into the group build. We talked to our friend Matt about entering that one there because we do have some stuff glued and painted, but it is nowhere near 50% done. So he said we were a go for that. So we're all good. All right, so that's the bench. Thank you for tuning in yet again. We're going to close this out by saying thank you all for all the support, all the subscribers, all the comments. Just really, really appreciate that. Keep it going, you know, keep it up. And we're watching as many videos as we can. I mean, hours of videos for all the small scale group build finals and stuff. And we'll be commenting on those as we go. All right, y'all, take it easy. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye now.